There we go. Ding noise. That means good stuff. So yeah, we got Risei at the end of the last one. So, going down, I guess. Oh wait, this is where we gotta do Naoto. Naoto. Doing it. Gonna be a lot of reading. I gave her a slightly British affectation, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember what the buttons do. I think we're good.
The town becomes a labyrinth as the clock strikes midnight. It's just like the dark hour described in those documents.
I love documents. I take a deep breath and check my surroundings. First, I review the situation, but remain calm and collect as much data as I can. I should be able to put together a picture of what's going on.
No one's here yet. I'd have thought someone would have come straight to Juness.
Needs to be a little breathier. From what I could tell on my way here, the town is utterly empty. Are you, Senpai, and the others all right? If this phenomenon is the same as the Dark Hour from the documents, then the only ones capable of moving about in it are persona users like us. But why? If this was deliberately induced, then what is the culprit's aim in doing so? Since my call with Labrys was cut off, I have no idea about her safety either. Is the helicopter she and her companions were riding safe? And what's happened to Mitsuru-san and her retinue? Vocab word! I love that about this game. There's all these vocab words. This is a dangerous line of thought. I'm losing my cool and can't keep my thoughts straight. I'm no detective in this state.
Calm down. If I start worrying, there'll be no end to it.
I take another deep breath. I know already that the red fog filling the area isn't poisonous at first blush. I did consider that the enemy might be employing an airborne toxin, but the whole town is covered in the stuff, and there's no way to move about while still avoiding it.
Still, it may be best to try not to breathe it in to the extent I can avoid it.
Huh? Naoto-kun?
Huh?
I'm thrown for a loop at being called out of the blue. I'm so lost in thought that my reaction is slightly delayed.
Chie-senpai, is that you?
Uh-huh. Why?
Thank goodness you're
Totally
safe.
not real.
What about the others?
How should I know? They've got nothing to do with me.
A cheerful answer, the tone of which sounds like Chie-senpai's usual self, but her actual words ring a warning bell in my mind.
My senses seem untampered with. From which I take it that you are not Chie-senpai. Who are you?
Little me?
That was quick.
I'm Chie Satonaka, though I'm a fake one, based on the real Chie.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I see. So you make no effort to hide your true nature. And what are your intentions?
What a foolish question, even for me. The town was covered in the strange red fog shortly after the disappearance of Mitsuru-san and her people. And now a false Chie-senpai, identical to the real thing, stands before me. I have no inkling as to the enemy's goals, but it is at least apparent that they expect to fight us in order to accomplish them.
Isn't it obvious? I came to fight you.
Are you? Rather, is the culprit who created you the same one who seized Labrys? Or is it an accomplice of his?
I want information right now. Even if what stands before me is an imitation, it is honestly answering me this much. I felt it would be smarter to draw out as much information from it as possible. Intense shifts are driving me off the wall.
What?
Familiar shadow takes form behind the fake Chie-senpai. Impossible! As close as these fakes are, they are not the genuine article, yet not only was this one able to summon the same persona that Chie-senpai uses, it did so in the real world? What in the world is going on here? After dodging the attack, I jump back and draw the gun at my side. This is no illusion. That was a heavy strike, with considerable weight behind it.
Did I surprise you? Sorry, I meant it as a little read.
It seems the circumstances are different from before. What sort of scheme is unfolding now?
Solving that's supposed
I like
to be
scheme.
the detective's job. You don't hurry and get ready.
Also, shout out to my gunners for cracking on the right lens frame, like the same way they did on the left frame. It's like right here and right here. I guess it's my fat head,
So you have no
but
intention
if I
of
ever get these
providing
again, I'm going to get
answers.
something with a little more flexibility to them. Probably half frames. But that requires money, which I don't have. So,
It's so
there's
convenient
that.
for us that you catch on quick.
Is that General Teddy?
Nice.
You understand without me having to explain, right? Thanks for participating in the P1 climax.
He
Now
said
then,
P.
On to Now-chan's first round. Obviously, this is a serious battle with nowhere to run. Oh, by the way, Michan and the others you're looking for were smushed and captured by me, General Teddy.
Of course they were.
In other words, if you keep winning in the tournament, you might be able to save them.
Cool, whatever. Though I'd considered this as a possibility, I can't help but furrow my brow at General Teddy's words. So Mitsuru-san and her team were indeed captured. The Shadow operatives are professionals when it comes to Shadow-related matters, so if our opponent captured them so easily, then we clearly cannot afford to underestimate him.
Oh, and you can use your persona too now, Token. Well then, bring on the ring!
Boop. There we go. Stock footage. Immediately after the fake's cry, red pillars appear in midair. Surrounding us, they swiftly fall, embedding themselves into the ground. So this is the ring this time. I can surmise the basic rules. It's fair to say invisible walls stretch between the pillars, and I will not be able to proceed until the match is completed. In which case, there is only one option open to me.
It seems I haven't time to waste, so I won't bother.
This is the last character who hasn't seen a ring yet,
Persona.
so hopefully we won't have to hear that anymore.
That's the Now
I like that her persona looks like a bug mummy.
I wouldn't be so certain. You can
Or is it
never win
his?
against me.
I forget how solidly established their gender identity is. So, their persona. My apologies. Okay. We're gonna try the standard controller format first. Oh dude, I love the pants too. Oh. Nope, I am getting whooped. Get out of there. Stop shooting on an angle. Getting good, decent combos, but there we go. Clack clack. Oh no. Getting comboed pretty bad. Got it. Okay. I'm glad it's only one round. Spunky Dragon with deadly legs. I love that nickname.
Oh, I lost. Well, I guess that's enough.
Fair enough.
As I said, you cannot win against me. Our forms can be mimicked, but you can never replicate our inner drive.
It was strong, though I wore a berry face to intimidate my opponent. Had I put one foot wrong, it would have been me who was defeated. For some reason, I feel much more exhausted than I remember being in the case when I would fight inside the TV world. Is it because of my opponent's abilities, or...
This is a setup.
See, she figured it out. There's a mighty cracking sound in it. The red pillars to the four sides of me shatter. I've evidently emerged the victor without any problems and gained the right to proceed. Shinies. As that happens, the false Chie Senpai begins to disintegrate before my eyes. It must have been created by tampering with a shadow.
What is that?
What appear to be grains of light float up from the rapidly dissolving fake. They form a ribbon of light, drawing an arc in the air, and drift away in a particular direction as if drawn to something. Thinking back upon the battle, I believe I saw similar grains of light whenever my persona and the fakes would clash. What are they? Could they be fragments of something? Hey, what's up, Trab? When I follow the light with my eyes, I can scarcely believe what I see. There's an enormous and bizarrely shaped structure which has no place in a rural town or anywhere else in the real world.
Is hill where Yasogami High is? The orbs of light are gathering there.
I keep going nasal when I'm trying to go higher pitched. Something's off. The opponent's methods are different from Labrys's case. They're challenging us head on now. The salient aspects of this case are red fog enveloping the real world, a giant tower atop Yasogami High, the grains of light that appear in battle, and this strange exhaustion I feel. Ugh. Suddenly something pops into my mind. Those documents I obtained from public safety. One of them detailed a past case involving Mitsuru-san's team involving a giant tower that only appeared during a special period of time. If I recall correctly, it was called Tartarus. That aberrant tower was built to call forth something monstrous. Is it possible that... Oh, great. We got a name.
To...
Oh, it's Knifey Spoony.
I must ask that you not needlessly inquire further. Now is not yet the time.
Impossible. This was unlike my encounter with the false Chie-senpai. I was paying close attention to my surroundings. Yet this man suddenly appeared behind me as if from thin air.
Naoto Shirogane, you will be making your exit here.
A clear voice pierces the red fog, and the next sound that reaches my ears is what seems to be a blade slicing the air. And scene. They're probably okay. Or at least not entirely dead. And I was right about my hypothesis that the main character jumps to everyone else's timelines now. Although it could be they just consolidated these three characters since they're together. Yeah, because he lumps over here and Teddy splits off. So they're together. Alright, that makes a little more sense now. It was like, he doesn't have a line later. I guess they just don't get split up. Alright. There's no doubt about it. As we go down the fog-filled hallway, we see a man we're very familiar with. We could hardly forget his face.
No way. Why is it Adachi-san?
Could he be a fake?
Huh? Fake? Oh, right. I forgot about that whole thing going on.
That friendly smile, joking manner, and contemptuously nonchalant laugh. There's no doubt this is the Adachi-san we know. But why?
Why are you here? Huh? Oh, well, I had intended on staying well behaved, but someone begged me to help out. And you know, I'm not the kind of guy who can say no to something like that.
Great.
How about? You mean that show guy?
Hmm? Have you guys already met? Oh, man.
That doesn't matter.
Sho is the guy with the swords and the X on his face. The one who was going to kill Naoto in the last bit.
Well, what do you think?
Don't play dumb. If I don't like your answer, there'll be boot prints all over your face.
Who, as far as we know, is the culprit they keep talking about, but he is working for somebody, or somebody keeps calling him to stop him, or at least called him to stop him earlier. So,
you guys really like sticking your heads into dangerous situations.
That's where we
don't
are.
You? You don't gain anything in life from doing it. Adachi,
For those who weren't here,
you said you would abide by the
or
rules
somehow,
of this
if you're watching the archive,
So why are you
have
here?
jumped into the playlist about halfway through.
Rules. Rules, eh?
Don't you understand how the real world is in trouble because of show? This isn't like the TV world, where only we were involved.
Oh, man. I see you never learn. The only reason I took that brat up on his invitation was because I was bored. All the questions about what he's after...
I don't know how I feel about the choice they
picked,
pick, the voice they picked for
I
him.
don't give a damn about any of it.
What's his
Choice of
name?
voice.
Adachi, you lousy!
Whoa, whoa, give me a break.
Again, I'm not that familiar with Persona 4, so
Kids like
maybe
you.
it fits, but...
Like, I bet you're honestly abiding by the rules here. Because that's how you think.
The rules here.
You know, the one-on-one stuff. You don't even know what's gonna happen because of that. Honestly, rats like you barely even think.
What's that supposed to mean?
That is true. Naoto's the only one who's
Like I
even,
keep
like, tried to
saying,
puzzle it out.
If you keep fighting them on their own terms, it could bite you in the ass. I bet he's collected quite a lot of those Persona fragments by now.
So that's what those bits are. My hazy, scattered thoughts all come together when I hear what Adachi-san has to say. We've been vaguely watching those light particles fly up to the top of the tower, but are those what Sho is after? Could it be that the reason Sho set the rules to make us fight one-on-one was to give off more of those particles? Persona fragments, according to Adachi-san, during the constant fighting?
Have we been inadvertently helping him?
They say constant fighting. There's been maybe like 7 or 8 fights.
You need to get your act together.
And God knows how many of these story chapters. Out of the blue, the distorted school building creaks with a loud noise. The jarring sound echoes in the depths of the red fog like an animal's growl.
What was that just now?
Looks like there's no more time left. Earlier than I expected.
Da da da!
Well, that's why I need to get going. Good luck to you, I guess.
Sorry about the nervous lip chewing. I'm looking for lip balm. Gotta beat that chap.
Oh, and your friends who got caught? They might be in trouble if you leave them be, you know?
Well, of course. That's usually what happens when people are imprisoned.
It means just what it sounds like. Then again, I guess it might be impossible for just you three. Wait!
Adachi-san turns his back on us and disappears into the red fog. Yosuke tries to go after him, but he slams straight into an invisible wall. That looked like it hurt. I hope he's okay. It's only then that I realize we're already surrounded on all sides by red pillars. Da-da-da!
You okay, Yosuke?
Nah.
This
What
actually
we fight,
hurts more
ho?
than you think. I mean, when did these get set up?
How much longer are you gonna make me wait? You better entertain me at the very least.
Shadow Adachi? Oh. Nice. I'm into it.
Welcome to the special room.
Oh yeah, I liked him from 3.
This place is truly a square jungle. Sure brings back memories.
Master? Oh, I'm glad that you're safe.
As Chie tries to rush over, a sharp fist whizzes right in front of her. Something's obviously not right. For one thing, Akihiko-san should be captive somewhere. And for another, he wouldn't challenge us to a fight like this.
Fake Akihiko-san.